of strange being up here. I'm used to talking behind people's back. It's kind of weird, but first of all, I want to thank Brother David and his family for what all they've done, behind the scenes. Brother Ron, it means a lot. But anyway, I was born and raised here and grew up here in this area. I had to move away for work, but I was saved by Christ early in life. It was James Robinson crusade back in the early 70s. He was coming to the auditorium, and I really wanted to go, and it wasn't cool back then to go with your parents. It was better to go, everybody thought, to go with your friends. So anyway, I talked my brother into taking me, but he said he would under the circumstance that I give him $5 in gas money. $5 back then was a lot of money, and gas was pretty cheap back then. But anyway, I gave him the $5, so we went the first night, and I really enjoyed it. It was a pleasure. And the next day, after school, I barely scraped up the $5, but I got it. And we went that second night, and I got saved. And apparently the Lord spoke to him too, because he waived the next 2 nights of the $5 for gas. I thought the Lord blessed me right off the bat for being saved. But anyway, in 2011, I came back here. I broke my ankle and had to leave from work, and came back to spend some time with my dad and all. And it was, I came to church here every Sunday, but I really wasn't close to everybody. I just kind of kept my distance. And then that all changed in 2012 when Dolores Willingham, her husband died, and she really needed some help in cleaning up the property, because he enjoyed collecting things almost as much as my dad did. But anyway, over that week of being with Dolores, she talked about the church and different functions that she had done with Charles, and me and my brother, we worked over there for a week, and we got her place back organized. We hauled a bunch of stuff off, and it kind of opened up a ministry to maybe start helping people when their loved ones died and that. And unfortunately, over the years, we've had some passing with Rebel Bankhead. He passed away, and we had Pat Goff, and just a whole list of them. And anyway, Elfrida, her husband died. But anyway, I got close with all these people and helping them, and it kind of gave me a joy, to be able to help them out. And anyway, in 2013, Brother Dave asked me to join the Building and Grounds. And I gladly accepted that. We had a lot to do here, and I think we got it a lot accomplished. We still have a lot to do, but that was a joy there. In 2014, we did our first fundraiser for the church. It was to send the youth to summer camp. And we cooked 2 cookers full of ribs. We sold them all, and that was a good success. And I think today we've done 4 more. We've been able to redo the lighting here, got a canopy for the bus, and I believe that we sent our associate pastor on a mission trip, didn't we, to South America? Yeah. But anyway, that was a good deal. And then in 2015, I was at a Walmart one morning. I was approached by Mr. Joe Booth. He came up to me and he said, John, he said, I know that you go to a prayer breakfast every month. He said, but I want you to take the day off and I want you to join us for golf on the golf team. I told him, I said, Joe, I got a lot going on and I ain't played golf in probably 8 or 9 years. But Brother Joe, he would not take no for an answer. So anyway, I went with the guys that day, and it was really a pleasure. Roger Harmon, Ribble was living at the time, Renee, and some other guys, and really had a good time. Good fellowship and all that. And that afternoon, Renee asked me to join the golf team. And I did, and we've had a good time. And up to this point, I think we've represented the church well in that aspect. And, it worked out really well. And the last thing I'm going to cover is 2016. It was Wednesday morning, right before noon, and I received a call from Brother Dave. He said, John, I got a major problem. I said, what is it? He said, the toilet in the nursery, right outside the nursery, is stopped up. And I think it is overflowed. And I said, okay. He said, we've got a big function tonight in the fellowship hall, and there's going to be kids in there, in the adjacent classrooms and in the nursery. And he said, can you go see if you can fix it? So I said, yeah, I'll go see what I can do. And I went over there, and when I say a stopped up toilet, it was stopped up, folks. It was a mess. But anyway, I worked on that toilet and got it cleared up, and then discovered that the wax ring under the bottom was blew out. So I went and got a wax ring, took the commode off, got it back on, and cleaned up the bathroom, got them ready for that night. But anyway, as I was leaving the building, had all my tools, and I got to the truck, and I was just, all I could think about was getting in a wreck with a bar soap. I was filthy. But anyway, all of a sudden I hear my name being hollered. And I looked over by the fellowship hall, and here comes Janet Dewey. She's going, John, don't leave, I need you. And I remember the exact words I said to myself. I said, what in the heck does she want? Just being filthy. And she came over and told me that her help had just had to leave. It was helping her in the kitchen cooking. She asked me if I would come over and help her finish cooking good food. And I looked down at myself and I said, Janet, really? You want me to have to help him cook? But anyway, my mind said no, but my heart said yeah. I said, I'll come give you a hand. And I raced home, got a shower, come back, and we finished doing everything, got everything organized for that night. And she asked me, she said, John, she said, I'm fixing to lose 2 people on my committee because of health reasons. She said, can you join our kitchen staff? And my mind said no, but my heart said yeah. I said, I'll join. And anyway, I did, and that has been some kind of pleasure for me. We over the months and years after I started, we got to feed the football team, and got to meet the players and the coaches and all that, and then working in there with Joe Moody and Janet and Eula and Dolores. It was really a lot of fun, being with them. And then we hosted a banquet for the team and their parents and grandparents and that. at the end of that banquet, all those folks just really, really appreciated the church reaching out, you know, to the community like that. And, you know, it really was a blessing for me, you know, to, you know, meet all these folks and all this, and, you know, just really a pleasure. But, you know, in all this service and all this, you know, the Lord, He works in mysterious ways. I mean, here He had me wrestling with a nasty toilet and then bailing two separate people out and then joining a committee that I really enjoy in less than 4 hours. So, you know, that's kind of a miracle. And taking Brother Joe, who would not take no for an answer, you know. And so anyway, as we open the church back up, I just encourage anybody that, you know, to join a team, join a committee. You know, it's very important. And I feel like this with this church. I feel like if we all band together, give the good Lord, you know, our time and our effort, I just have a feeling that He'll have us here for another 125 years. You know, I really do. My heart. But anyway, I want to thank Miss Ellen for having me up here. I love you, church. God bless you. And that is my story.